there are several reasons why, but I think but one of the reasons why there are not many research in the VR is that we actually still many professors and many students, even students, are not yet not yet fully enjoying VR. I think I think that's one of the reasons because to do the research, then you have to like the research topic to your heart. So I really love VR. So that's one of the reasons why I'm researching VR. But there are not many really good opportunity for student or people to really get into VR. So I think that's the one of the reason. And the other reason I think is that I mean we I think we still don't know how to. I don't know. I don't want to sound evil, but we don't fully know how to monetize the VR technology. So, for example, we use VR. In the marketing area, we use VR for what we call experiential marketing. Experiential marketing just means that you use VR as a kind of event in the mall. So in the mall, you open some kind of VR event where people come together and enjoy VR technology, and then talk about the experience of VR in social media, and then it can go viral. And then the brand can be perceived better. So that's one major use of VR in marketing, but we still don't know how we can fully use VR for the marketing. For example, if you go to YouTube, YouTube has been really successful in monetizing. All this, video community. They are using what we call skippable video advertising. Like, whenever you watch video, you are exposed to the skippable, video, advertising. In 5 seconds, you can skip the video advertisement, or you can watch the advertisement to the full. So YouTube is actually making lots of money. Although I know what you are thinking. Yeah, people are skipping video advertising all the time. But even so, they are making so much money out of this video technology. But that's not happening in the VR, I guess, in my personal opinion. For example, have you ever seen advertisement within VR? There are some video advertisement within VR, but we don't know what's going on in people's mind when they are watching the advertisement within the VR. There is no theoretical, there is no practical, there is no empirical explanations about what's going on in people's mind when they are exposed to message within the VR, not in the real life. So let me turn to next slide. Okay. Okay. So oops, let me get back to the. There's some delay between when I click the, but yeah. So let me talk a bit about my research. So here is the thing. So I'm very interested in people's personality because personality is one big part of a person's identity. For example, when someone is talking about Andy, me, people talk about me being like energetic or sometimes being like a introvert, etc. So personality is a big topic in academia and big topic in psychology, especially because when we are talking about a person's identity. And here is some result from my own research. So on the uh, can you see me? Yeah. The screen is gone. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So here I'm going to talk about it. So there are two personality here on the left side. You can see that person is very extrovert, 4.5 out of 5 points. So meaning that this guy is very extrovert and also very agreeing person, and but very not emotional, meaning that this person is not really emotional. So let's look at the other person in the right side. So obviously, the score for the extroversion, like being extrovert, is 1. That means that this guy is extremely introvert. Like it is he's not enjoy talking with people and not enjoying socializing with others. So I mean, overall, these two set of personality score are really contrasting with each other. But guess what? Actually, these two personality scores are from the same person. Let me tell you more about this. So actually, I asked this person, okay, what is your personality when you are offline? And he talks about, okay, I'm extrovert, I'm very extrovert, and I'm very agreeing, and I'm very less emotional when I'm offline, when I interact with people in the real life. But when I'm on the online, when I'm on the internet, I'm very introvert, and I don't enjoy talking with people when I was on the internet. But I'm very agreeing on the internet. So actually, the same person has two different personalities. And what does this mean for BR researcher like like me or others? Actually, this is a very important point in any personality. So here's another example. Actually, this is not from me. So this professor is, I mean, researching the personality, children's personality, and this professor, asked, one kid, what is when you are you, what is your personality in general? Like, what is your personality? And the reply from the kid was quite surprising to me. The kid said, which one? Right? Which one? He's asking, are you asking my personality on when I was on game playing game, or are you asking my personality when I'm in the school or when I'm in the internet with my mother or something? But this is actually very important point. The first revolution, that is, the second, third, and fourth revolution with all this artificial intelligence technology, VR technology, we are experiencing a change in the way we are defining ourselves. That's the point. And technology plays a big role in changing the way we are defining our identity. If we have two separate spaces, the real space and the virtual real space, then we may be going to have two separate identity. And what does this mean for the marketer? What does this mean for marketing? Traditionally, for example, to target certain consumer, you need to do some kind of survey, like asking the consumer about, what do you like, when you are shopping in the grocery store, and what do you buy, and what's your general, desire, general value, general need. We do the survey and we apply this research result to the all targeting effort. Let us go in the past, but when you are asking people what is your personality, then may be talking about their personality when they are offline. And then this research result about their personality offline can be applied only to when they are offline. When they are online, they are playing different identity. That means that the same person should be treated differently with a different marketing tactic, with a different marketing strategy, because that same person will see your marketing message differently than when that person is offline. So actually, my research is all about how people change their identity and how their different identity in VR spaces or even on social media can influence their general perception of the marketing messages and how marketers should understand this situation. So that's one of the research agenda that I have. And currently, I'm recruiting. I will be recruiting participants for my VR experiment. And actually, I've been developing VR platform with Jeremy, and I try to get approval from my university to proceed with my research. So if you are interested in participating in VR research and then get like a gift card, like a $10 gift card, just feel free to contact me. And also, if you have any question about my research, just feel free to contact me. So thank you. That's it. Thank you. Any question? Let me know.
Thank you, Andy. We got 3 minutes for Q&A if anybody wants to ask Dr. Andy Kim about his research. And again, if you would like to shoot Andy an email to participate in his research study, and quick question, is there any sort of any incentives that you've put out this time around for
Yeah,
participating?
it's going to be $10 gift card. Yeah,
$10
for the
gift
one
card, yeah.
participant. Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody who wants that $10 gift card and go through a VR experience, a VR
Hmm.
research study, feel
Oh
free
yeah.
to shoot Andy an email, and you can click on his email up on top to
Oh,
shoot him an email.
excellent. By the way, let me mention this. So what I'm developing the VR platform that I'm developing with Jeremy is, virtual time travel. So I'm trying to create a platform where people can experience time travel. So what if, if you go to your future and you see your future self, and we just want to play, participant. I mean, let a participant play with his or her future self, and then we want to see, how, they behave within the VR. So that's what we are seeing. So again, if you are interested, in, just feel free to email me, and I'm gonna send you an email for the participant recruitment. Yeah. Any question? Do you have any question?
I'll do a question. I think
Yeah.
one thing I'm curious about is
Mhm.
is there anything that sort of what's the one thing that struck you or surprised you the most in your
Mhm.
research? I'm sure going into the research you had some assumptions on how people might behave. You very detailedly highlighted one, which is like the different gaming and public styles.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
anything that really surprised you
Mhm.
in your...
Yes. So one thing that I currently found is that so um, so the one I really enjoyed the previous chat talking about the healthcare system, and I think VR is very important in the healthcare system, healthcare service or industry, because I'm also researching health, like healthcare and health services, and one of the difficulties of curbing, for example, the obesity epidemic within the in the USA, the obesity is one of the serious health issue, and some people just say that you can just tell them you change your behavior, eat healthy, and add more exercise, you can lose your weight. So this is some approach from some healthcare policy and healthcare services. But the problem with this obesity problem is that people do not engage in health behavior, because mainly because of the way they are seeing themselves. They have their certain identity that they don't want to change, even if that identity is negative. For example, even if someone is telling you that you can do that, you have great power to change yourself, but that if that person is thinking that I'm actually I have very low self-esteem, and if that person has that kind of identity perception, then it is very difficult to you know let that person change their behavior. But in the VR, what I found is that even if people have stubborn identity, but if they experience identity change, and then if they experience, I mean, when they are seeing, so what I found is that the health messages that were rejected by the person, but within the VR, the same person accepted the health messages and then engaged in the healthier behavior in the real life. That means that showing the message to the person in the real life isn't working because of his real life identity. But when he's in the VR, that's the same health message is accepted by the person unconsciously or consciously, and then that person, after simulation, that person is actually engaging in healthy behavior in the real life. So that's what I found. Maybe it's not
Very
surprising for you
fascinating.
guys, but but that's what I found these days.
Yeah, very, very fascinating. I think a lot of the audience members who have experienced VR or experienced VR for a very long time could also help attest
Mhm,
that. I can certainly attest to
mhm.
that.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Andy.
Thank you.
And again, if you'd like to follow up with Andy, his email's on the screen, but you could also click his email to send him a follow-up email if you'd like to participate in his study.